Guess who's back? Back again. Andrew's back. Tell a friend. Oh, I gotta put this down. Hey guys, what's going on? Andrew coming at you. Man, does that feel good to say. Listen, I'm sorry I like this. First of all, I'm alive. I'm here. I still live. I'm not in Sweden at the moment. I am, in fact, in San Luis Obispo County, California. I will tell you that's where I am, in that general location. And listen, it wasn't my intention to like disappear for a while, but this is where I just need you as my audience to try to understand something. Like, I understand, like, for some of you that just always felt like you needed me to make content or entertainment, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like let you down. I just kind of needed to live my life for a little bit, you know? A couple different things, and I'm just standing today. I think in general, I just feel more natural standing. It might be something I do in future videos. I just feel good being on my feet, being able to move around. I think the one reason I kind of stopped making content was I talked about Sweden a lot, and I kind of just wanted to go through like reverse culture shock, which, dude, this video is just going to be like an update video. I'll probably make a bunch of videos about everything that I went through. But for now, I will say I went through a ton of personal growth because coming back to the United States after living in Sweden for 12 years, like I went through so much reverse culture shock. And I don't know how many people knew, but I work in IT, and I transitioned to IT, and I've worked in the video game industry, I've worked in education, and now I worked in IT. But that's a lot of certifications and education and finding a job and all that stuff. And that wasn't easy. And I had to like bury my head into a lot of books and studying and learn, and didn't have time to do a lot of content. Where at the same time I was doing content on TikTok, like talking about recent events and the election, as you can imagine, just current events, the election, that kind of depressed me in general. The U.S. election, like right towards the end, and then after the results of like the election happened, I wasn't really that excited on TikTok either to make content, and I don't know, it was just easier for me to make content on TikTok than YouTube. But now with modern AI tools and everything else, I can get a YouTube video out. I'm just testing it today. I feel like I can get this out so much quicker to you guys, and then I can just focus on being creative and making content, and I don't have to focus so much on the things that slow me down, because a YouTube video usually takes me 4 hours. If I can cut that down to just half, like 2, then I can totally keep this going. Now, on the results of like the election, here's all I'll say right now in regards of the election. I also didn't want to make content after the election because I'm just depressed. I was just a little bit down and depressed. Like, I felt better of my fellow American, and that's all I really say on the topic right now. I felt better of my fellow American. As someone that lived abroad for many years, obviously, I understand that America has an international rule, and I know what happens when that rule breaks down. And obviously, that's what I see happening now. And sometimes when you're a person that can like just kind of see out in the future what's happening much more easily, which is something I've always been able to do, yeah, it just puts you down, you know? Obviously, I see the bad things coming. I knew that these decisions were going to be bad for the economy. I knew people were going to get lied to and stuff. And now just in America, you see a lot of people have like buyer's remorse. That's all I'll say right now. I don't want to get into an argument about this right now. And it doesn't mean I'm not going to talk about it. It's just that, you know, on my first video back, just updating you guys, I can't just talk about that guy the whole time, you know, and that whole situation. But let's just say it didn't work out great. And I didn't think it was, and, you know, probably not. And I just know a lot of people that were very vocal aren't so vocal anymore. And it's just, you know, it sucks that everybody has to suffer to prove a point. And I'm just hopeful that whatever's on the other side of this is better. but unfortunately, I'm still kind of cynical, you know. But I'll try not to be, right? Try not to be cynical. But I do feel a little bit cynical about what's going on. I will say that being back here and like going through the reverse culture shock, like I said, it's just brought a new perspective on myself, my identity, who I am. Because I'm Swedish about some things, I'm American about other things. I don't really fit in anywhere, but I guess I never really felt like I fit in anywhere. And the one thing that I've really grown a lot with, there's a cat here, sorry, I didn't realize. The one thing I've really grown a lot with here is just accepting who I am, dude, and just, I always thought I did, right? I always thought I accepted who I am. But each and every day I'm just being my more authentic self and just being okay with who I am. And once you truly are who you are, dude, there's no stopping you. Is a power like anything else. And I'm trying to hope to just tap into that. I'm doing a lot of really cool creative stuff, so you guys know. I'll probably like link some of it here eventually. Being that I'm working in like tech, obviously I'm doing a lot with like AI stuff, and I have this idea of helping people that are creative with AI. So you know, people that are artists, musicians, people that just need to get the ball rolling with stuff they're making. Maybe you're a developer. Maybe you have an idea to make an app or a video game. I kind of want to help you guys just get the tools and get going and make you like the conductor of your orchestra. That's like an idea I have. So I might talk about that. I'm thinking about talking about current events, a bunch of different things about Sweden and in the U.S. I'd be very interested to hear like what you guys would be the most interested in hearing about. It's interesting being back. I will tell you this. Being back in America and seeing how much it's changed from being gone for 12 years, how much like the middle class kind of getting screwed over a little bit or getting, you know, more suffering, and what that's done to people a little bit with pricing going up just in general. And that's not necessarily like a picking a side thing. That's just in general like what I've noticed. There's a lot less hopefulness in people, and I hope people can find that again. And then there's a lot of cynicalness with everything going on with AI, you know. So that's also why I want to make some content on that, because I do want to help people like kind of level up, because I don't think people are gonna have a choice, unfortunately. Yeah, so I did have a minor setback too. I dislocated my shoulder 4 months ago, because I would have probably made content and done videos quicker, but I dislocated my shoulder on a run, and oh, dude, I was in so much pain. I'm still in a lot of pain, trying to work through it, trying to see if I can train again and run a race again. And that kind of messed up my mindset a little bit. And being able to push through that is really cool. I've learned a lot about the power of consistency and growth and fighting through things. And I will tell you this as well. Going to Sweden by myself and building myself up from scratch, and then coming back here with no connections and building myself up from scratch. Hard mentally, both ways, but extremely rewarding. And going through it has made me feel like nothing can stand in my way. Nothing can stand in my way from achieving my dreams, achieving what I want to do, being who I want to be. No one can take that from me. And that's a cool feeling to have. So if you're somebody that's thinking about traveling, listen, there's ups and downs that come with it, with experiencing new cultures, or you're just thinking about trying something new, or you're thinking about taking a chance, or maybe you want to start your YouTube video or something. I really want to encourage you to be able to do that. And everybody that like has watched me and followed me over the years, I really appreciate it. Why don't you tell me in the comments like what you would like me to talk about, and I will look into making some content for you guys on that. Sorry, my cat's trying to run over here to mess with my stuff, so give me 1 second. I keep pushing it. Cat, leave my stuff alone, dude. Cat, leave Dada's stuff alone, dude. Whoa, come here, dude. But as you guys know, my cats tend to be part of the videos, so that'll probably continue. So I can't guarantee like I'm gonna get another video out next week, right? But I can try to say that my goal will be to not have it be like 2.5 years to 3 years, right? And you know, I wasn't like down the whole time. It's just like, you know, sometimes when you stop doing something, it's hard to get started again. And I just needed to get started again. That's kind of what this is. So, like I said, if I can use certain tools to help me get out content quicker, guys, boom, I'm going to go. And if you guys are interested in following my other stuff, I am on TikTok as well. I think it's Andrew Awesome59. Andrew Awesome59 there as well. And not yet, but I'll be probably by the time some of you watch it, I'll put some cool stuff that I'm working on in my links here in this video, and I'll start showing you what I'm working on in the future. Because like I said, I want to get some cool like tools that you guys can start using. All right, peace. Oh, I guess, hey-do.